Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Old Roomies. We're looking at episode 7?
Is it? Or is it 6? I don't even know.
I think it's 7, man.
All right. Yeah, well let's just send it off.
All right.
Episode 7.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. Yeah, we what'd we do on Friday? Did me and you hang out?
We went out on the town on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we all went out to Mills 50, my favorite place, on Saturday. Really good time.
It was a good time.
Yeah, so you guys remember our Franny episode last week actually did really well, surprisingly. And because Franny sucks. But yeah, so him and Adam actually had a falling out this weekend, so they're not friends anymore, so he's not going to be back. You won't see him again. So we hope you guys like that episode. And
first and last of its kind. No,
yep.
Me and Fran are boys.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fran sucks. But anyway. And then Sunday we went to a pool party at Zach's. And then you went to Volcano Bay, right?
I did.
Yeah?
I can give my short Volcano Bay review if you want.
Oh, let's hear it. I've never been there.
And then we can get into some discussion topics.
Yay.
All right, so Volcano Bay, first of all, they put a mountain on the interstate. Wild as it is. The slides are sick. The lines are too long. I know that's not the park's fault. The lines are too long. It's not their fault, but they're too long.
Don't they give you those wristband things, and then you just sign up for a ride, and then it vibrates when it's your turn?
Yeah, but guess what you have to do in between? Stall.
Right. But you can hit the lazy river, right?
Yeah, but like they have an aqua coaster. The line was 200 minutes. So it's like, oh, we'll scan into that. Then we'll stall. You know how long 200 minutes is to stall?
Yeah, that's a long time.
The exciting
that's
river.
Over 3 hours.
We did the exciting river, the lazy river. We ate 2 separate lunches.
Wait, there's an exciting river?
That actually slaps.
What?
So
what
it's like
is that?
It's like a lazy river, but you just get a life jacket, and then it just goes, dude.
No.
You're just flying around corners and stuff, and like, dude, I got my knee pretty good on the floor. So did David.
Oh, dude, so it's like white water rafting.
Pretty much, but it's like if you fell out.
Oh, that's tough.
It's tight. And what else happened since then? Went to the MLS All-Star game. Had the VIP.
I hate soccer.
So StubHub hooked me up with
StubHub.
Yeah, dude. Or
that sounds like
wait.
Pornhub for guys with tiny penises.
SeatGeek hooked me up. I got the sponsor all mixed up. SeatGeek hooked me up.
All right, yeah. Fuck StubHub.
StubHub is the trash. SeatGeek hooked me up. Oh, no.
Oh, man. Yeah, SeatGeek, shout out.
We'll
That's our sponsor. Also sponsored by Starbucks.
No, SeatGeek did hook it up, though. They gave me VIP for the whole thing. Got to hang out with my boy Alexi Lawless from Fox Sports. So got to catch up with him, watch the All-Star game. MLS lost their own All-Star game. So that was pretty fun. The fireworks were nuts. But, yeah, let's get right into it. So this week I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And this is something that I've been wondering. Do you think baths are girly? Like, do you think taking a bath is girly, or do you think it's just for kids?
No. I'm not. I've never been. I grew up taking baths, so I have a soft spot in my heart for baths.
Okay. So they're for kids.
I don't take them. I guess I don't take them now because like we only have one bathtub in our house, and it's our roommate's bathroom. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I haven't taken a bath in a long time.
Now here's a follow-up question to that. Have you noticed dudes take really long showers?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just for no good reason?
Most of them are just stroking it.
Sit there?
Yeah, they're sending one off.
No, but I'm saying, do you ever just sit down in the shower and just sit there for like an hour?
Yeah. I like sometimes I'll be in the shower just standing, just not even moving. And then Nikki will be like, what are you doing in there? Like you're not even washing yourself. And I'm just soaking in the water, you know?
Do you think parents think that's weird when their kids do that?
I don't know. Maybe if they thought like, oh, my son's ganking one off in the shower right now, or if my daughter's like flicking the bean in there, you know. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know when I have a kid.
That's true. Here's a follow-up question, and this is something I saw someone discussing online. How would you feel if there was a license you had to get to become a parent, the same way you have to be a driver? Would you vote for that? You have to get a parent's license.
Well, I don't know, because then what happens if you accidentally get your girlfriend pregnant and you guys don't have a license?
You have to go get the license.
What if you don't? What if you don't pass?
You have to get a marriage license. Isn't that kind of weird?
I mean, yeah, but what if you get her pregnant and then you don't pass the test to get the license? Then what happens?
You have to move.
I hope you don't live in Alabama.
Yeah, you have to move out of Alabama. Both of us were right. Yeah, I saw somebody online saying that you should have to take a certain amount of classes before you have your kid legally. And I kind of agree. Like this past week, I know we talked about like screaming kids. You shouldn't make you that mad. But I feel like I saw an incredible amount of pregnant people this past week. Like, I'd say I see probably 10 to 20 pregnant people a week. I feel like I saw like 1,000 this week.
Really?
And so many kids screaming and just running around with their heads cut off. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like chickens with their heads cut off. The kids had their heads. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of got me like annoyed. Just I think there's 2 seasons going on right now. Kid season and breakup season.
Yeah.
Like a lot of breakups going on.
Breakups are tight.
And a lot of kids.
I always love scrolling through Facebook and seeing like people I know and like doing some stalking and seeing if they're still in the relationship with the person. You know, that's a good time for me.
Well, it's always weird when you go on Facebook, and you know how they only show you certain people's posts every once in a while because there's like an algorithm.
The algorithm, yeah.
It's so weird to me because I'll go on there, and I'll see somebody that, for all I knew, they were single, and then you see them like,
and then
they're announcing their second child with like their husband. You're what?
Yeah.
How long has it been since I've seen you?
There's a girl. I'm not gonna throw her name out there, but you know her as well, and so she's on her like 3rd husband, and she's our age. She's 26.
Did she go to our school?
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
She's been married like 3 times.
I don't know who that is. That's the thing.
3rd time's a charm, hopefully.
Good luck to you, whoever it is.
But yeah, so every time I'll just see it'll be like blah 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 is engaged to blank, and I'm like, that's weird. Was like, didn't she just get married a year ago? And then, so yeah, I mean, good luck, best of luck to her.
Does alimony stack like coupons do? Because you could be making 50% of like several people's money at a certain point.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Like, think about if you're an agent for NBA players and you get 10% of their salary as your fee. If you're 10 people's agent, you're an NBA player.
Right.
Financially.
You're making more than the players.
Exactly. So if you're divorced 3 times, are you making 1.5 times?
I'll ask her. I'll message her on Facebook tonight, and we'll get back to that next week.
All right, sounds good.
But anyway, so wait, all right. I think I kind of want to jump into the.
Oh, you got
what is it? The misconnections a little bit early, because we always wait too long, and then Adam will hog up all the time, and then I won't be able to do it, or I'll have the last 5 minutes, and it's just ahead. It's not no one's listening by that point.
That's true.
All right, let me. Here we go.
Should I try this vape?
Yeah, rip it, dude. All right, here's a good one. So this says House of Blues, Disney Springs. To the young lady that was sitting outside Hob on Saturday afternoon, thanks for the awesome view. You clearly enjoyed giving me a view up that dress of yours, and I liked what I saw. You made it pretty obvious that you enjoyed showing it to me. Not sure that you'll ever see this, but if so, let me know something about the situation so I know it's you. So
how much you want to bet that was at a Seven Dust concert?
I bet, yeah. There's 2 things that could happen here. So either this guy's just a filthy perv, and it like the woman actually wasn't, like, maybe it was just an accident. You know?
She was putting on sunscreen or something ridiculous.
You think so? Yeah. Or just tying her shoe with her dress, just flailing up. Or she actually was. And can you like, so they're at Disney Springs. Can you imagine if like you're walking through with your kids and your son looks over and sees some lady just flashing her cooter out?
Dude.
Like what would you do?
I guarantee you if you start doing that, a 5-year-old will walk directly into your butt cheek. Like, there's too many kids there to be doing anything flirty.
I think what it was, I think she was sitting down. It had to be. She had to have been sitting down, and then just like spread eagle, and then this dude just like scoping it. He got binoculars on. He's looking.
It's entirely possible.
He's trying to take pictures. What a sick pervert.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, right on to the next one. Here we go. Tight gray pants eating tacos. You were eating tacos at the same restaurant. We were eating tacos at the same restaurant. I was with a friend, and you were with 3 guys. Pause. Okay. So this girl is with 3 guys. Chances are she's with one of them, if not all of them, if you know what I mean. And this guy has the nerve to think he can just slide in for
that's why
a
he
fourth.
didn't talk to her in person.
Right. But I mean,
he's
he's obviously wasting his time with this post.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? All right, so you were with 3 guys. It was hard to not notice your very cute butt in those tight gray stretch pants. You got up a few times, and I kind of felt like you were showing off how cute it was. Or maybe she was just walking around, you know? Maybe she was going to get, like, taco sauce or napkins, or a refill, you think?
It's possible.
Is that a safe assumption?
It's safe.
All right, so this guy's a pervert. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Guy in the Jeep. Anyone know the guy that drives the lifted black Jeep? It has really dark tinted windows. You opened the door for me and smiled at the gas station this morning. You'll probably never see this. Wish I would have said hi if I weren't too shy. I noticed you had a ring on and you are hot. All right. So this guy's married.
Alert.
This guy's married. So
love the description of the Jeep.
Right.
In Florida, a lifted black Jeep.
Like who doesn't
windows.
have a lifted black Jeep?
Honestly.
My stepdad has a lifted black Jeep.
I'm saving up for one right now.
It might have been him. All right. So this one says, met you at the spa last night. We met last night at, I'm not going to throw the company name out there. It said, we met last night at blah, 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 bath and spa. You and your wife.
What is with these people?
I wanted to say more, but I didn't want to bother you too much.
Didn't want to bother your wife too much.
I mean, like, actual, like, can't, why? I'm so confused.
Do these people just want to be friends?
It's bold. I don't know. I want to, like, message one of them and be like, hey, that was me. And then once they find out it's not, and then I'll just be like, I actually just wanted to know what was going through your head.
Will you do that for for next week's episode?
I can. I gotta pass it through with my wife first, so she doesn't think I'm just messaging random whores off Misconnection.
That's true.
So,
oh, dude, that reminds me of a story.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm gonna tell it. So a buddy of ours. Back in the day when me and David were both single, we were on Tinder, lurking around, and we saw one of our friends' wives on Tinder.
Oh, no.
And we were like, that's not good, right?
Right.
And Tinder shows the last active date. So,
yeah.
So we're like, all right, well, let's find her again and see if we need to have, like, an intervention with our boy. So we go on there. And we're like, it says last active like 2 months ago. And these people have been together for years. So I'm like, okay, or it might have even been less than 2 months, but it was like recent.
Right.
Like, this is not good.
Mm-hmm.
We look, her profile picture is like the same one as the newest one on her Facebook. Like it's a new picture.
No.
So
like she updated the Tinder profile.
Right. So we go back and forth for like a week. Do we need to tell our boy that we found his wife on Tinder or not?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so we finally...
It wasn't me, was it?
No.
All right.
So we finally get the guts up and we approach him. We're like, hey, man, this is kind of awkward, but we saw your girl on Tinder. He goes, oh, yeah, I know. I'm like, hold up. Wait, what? You
Excuse
know?
me?
And he's like, yeah, we both go on there and just laugh at how creepy people are to her. I was like, what?
Oh, no.
That's your idea of fun?
It sounds like that's what she told him.
Exactly.
When he found out about it.
I was like, are you sure that's what it is? He's like, oh, yeah. Like, I have one too. Like, dude, no, come on.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I don't know. That seems like a weird...
That seems pretty suspect.
Well, it's like you're opening yourself up for I mean, yeah, you're
joking
with
about
somebody.
it.
You're joking around,
until
but what if you
Ryan
match,
Reynolds messages your wife and trying to slide up in there,
or just
know?
anyone nicer than you,
right?
Or 1 point hotter.
Yeah.
But I thought that was weird because he's like, oh yeah, I know that she has Tinder. We both go on it as a joke. That's not a very funny joke.
He might be a beta cuck.
I didn't even consider that until right now.
They might like pay other dudes to bang his wife.
Should I text him again?
Yeah. See,
right,
ask him. There's people out there that are like that, and if that's your thing, that's cool.
Yeah,
but it's not my thing.
You got any more misconnections?
Yeah. Here we go. We got one more. So it says we met. So this is a guy, and it was him and his wife. So he said we met last week having dinner on blah 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 in Clearwater. You and your buddy really entertained and tagged my wife good after we had a few drinks at the bar.
What?
So it sounds like to me.
Is he saying that his wife got did by these guys at the bar? Speaking
of beta cucks, this guy definitely just watched his wife get double teamed.
Let me get a yikes in the chat.
Yeah, type some F's for pay your respects, boys, in the comments for this guy.
Here's my question: how do you exchange body parts but not exchange names at the very least?
Right, we
your
have the penis
technology.
was in my wife's vagina, but we didn't catch her name.
I searched Derek on Facebook and you didn't come up. Like
I searched Derek and Kyle and there were no results.
Dude, that's ridiculous. So what do you think? Talking about your wife having Tinder and finding a guy 1 point hotter.
Right.
I just want to tell the listeners.
That's impossible for me, but yeah, for you, let's hear it.
I want to tell the listeners something that I think they'll be glad to know. This is just a personal opinion of mine. Us dudes, especially like back in the day when it was like, how hot is that girl? What do you rate her? We've been doing it all wrong.
Oh, the scale.
The scale is wrong.
The 1 to 10 scale. Yeah,
1
that's
to
inaccurate.
10 is
very
not
inaccurate.
a good scale.
Because what could be a 9 to one guy might be a 4 to another guy, you know?
Well, I'll just say this. Some people are like, I'll never really give a 10 because there's always somewhere that someone could improve. Some dudes will give the same girl a 1 or a 4, and they both think that she's not cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like a 1 is kind of harsh, right? So there's a new scale we've been developing. We have scientists on this right now. 0, 1, 2. That's the whole scale. 0, not interested. 1, she's all right. 2, babe. That's it. That's all you need to know about somebody.
See, okay, so our boy Trey came up with his own scale a couple years ago, and it's either 0 or 1. You would or you wouldn't.
Honestly,
that's it.
That's better communications wise. That's better because if I said get out a pen and a piece of paper and draw me your idea of a 2 out of 10, some people are going to hold up a picture of Shrek, and some people are just going to hold up like an average girl because some people just have absurdly high standards for no reason, and they look like Shrek probably.
Yeah,
but they're like Fiona is a 10. Fiona as Shrek is a 0, and there's nothing else. But there is something else in between. Like 0, 1, 2, I think is perfect. But
our
that's
buddy,
just me.
Our buddy Franny, this is a long time ago. Our buddy, Franny, our guest.
Never heard of it.
He dated a girl a long time ago that looked like Shrek like Fiona at nighttime.
At night.
So
like she looked like herself during the day, and then at night she turned into an ogre.
That's what she looked like 24/7.
Or she looked like that all the time.
Yes,
I didn't know if he dated like a cursed person.
No. She just looked like the ogre 24/7.
Oh, okay, that's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not.
We don't want to shame anybody,
right?
But
I'm not dropping names, and this was years ago,
right?
And she's not going to see this, so it's fine. Maybe she will. We're getting very popular. We have 31 subscribers on YouTube. Don't forget to rate, and comment.
So if you look like that, if they make a live action Shrek remake at any point,
and they ask her like, "Hey, will you
would you audition for being Shrek?" Or
What,
do you think that's insulting? Like if you got a cold call, hey, is this Jordan Conomos?
And they're like, dude, you're really fat, and we feel like you could fit the part.
Like
of
your
this
arms
ogre.
are kind of ogre-y.
You have dad arms.
Yeah, if they hit you up for that, would you go for the audition? Honest question.
I mean, how much am I getting paid?
Well, that's irrelevant at this point. It's the first audition. They're just seeing you do
Yeah, I
a
would
little
do
screen
it.
test.
I don't have any shame. Yeah.
Would you be happy or sad if you didn't get the part? Because part of it is, hey, at least I don't look just like a damn ogre.
Like, I'm not ugly enough to play Shrek.
Right, but then the other part is maybe I suck. Like, damn, you're not even good enough at acting to be Shrek.
Yeah.
There's kind of two sides to that
Right,
coin.
yeah, that's difficult.
Like, if you get that part and you become famous as, like, the guy who played an ugly, like, fantasy beast, I don't know if that's good for your acting career, to be completely honest. Unless you want to be in Shrek 2 and 3. Like, there's not many other movies about ogres.
Oh, man.
It's a rough
Yeah,
life.
it's kind of like Mark Hamill in being Luke Skywalker.
I auditioned for Star Wars weekends at Disney back when they had them.
Did you actually?
Yeah, because if you're 6'3", you can be like Chewbacca, Darth Vader, like things with a mask.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I roll up to the audition. There's this dude that is a splitting image of Luke Skywalker. Looks just like him.
No
sitting
way.
totally by himself, and everyone else is sitting away from him. And you can tell that he's been Luke every time that they've ever done this, and all the other actors are salty. And so they take him back, and just instantly they're like, yeah, you're Luke again. All the other dudes in the whole room were so mad.
No.
Because it's just like you're born looking close enough
Right,
to
right.
get the part, but then someone else is literally, it looks like it's Luke Skywalker in the room. So people were salty. And then
Oh, that's so good.
and then when they figure out your height too, so they're like, oh, if you're 6'3", come on back. So I go back. They're like, take off your shoes. And then they put you on this thing to measure your height, and they like cram it into your head. And they're like, oh, you're only
They said,
6'2".
take off your pants and bend over.
Yeah.
And Adam was like, oh, all right.
And then they were like, oh, you kind of look like Anakin if you want to stay back. So I stayed back so long to wait for them to call for Anakin.
Yeah.
They lined me up with like 10 other dudes in this room. And then they have judges sitting at a table like this with just pictures of Anakin all over.
No way.
Like, they're holding up the pictures, and they sent us all home. They're like, all y'all don't look like Anakin. Like, damn, you really made me sit here this long so you could just send me home?
And they were like, Adam, can you bend over for us? And Adam's like, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Wow, great joke, Jordan. You read that on some idiot's T-shirt on the way here, or
Oh,
what?
man.
Good one. Good one.
We'll edit that out.
No, yeah, we definitely will.
No, we can't.
Did I tell you I also rode in a tiny airplane?
Oh, I saw that on, I think it was Instagram. I saw that.
Yeah,
How was that?
It's cool. So me and Sue Ann went on a date, and we rode in a Cessna, which is like a 4-person
A
airplane.
Tesla?
Yeah, Cessna.
Okay.
And it's a 4-person airplane. And we had basically you can do a thing called a discovery flight. So like if you're interested in learning how to fly, this is like the first thing you do is you get in and a pilot just walks you through like the process looks like, taking off and stuff like that. And then what you do is you go up, you do a lap, then you come back to the runway, you like touch down and take off again, like a touch and go.
Ah.
And then you do a second lap. So
How was the turbulence in that bad boy?
oh dude, it's rowdy because that thing's tiny. So we're walking up to the plane, and I'm making conversation with our pilot because not an awkward person. And I'm like, oh, how would you get into flying? And she's like, oh, I played college basketball, and we had to fly to all our games, and I just got really into it from that because we flew all the time. And then so when I was done playing basketball, it was like
so she was like, we had to fly to all our games, so they were just like, hey, Michelle, do you want to fly? Our pilot called out, and she's like, fuck it.
Yeah, I got it. So then I was like, oh, that's cool. And I realized she was like as young as us. So I was like, oh, how long have you been flying? She's like, oh, a year and a half. Sue Ann's face was like, that's not enough.
That's like when you meet your surgeon and he's 24.
Yeah. That's not good. Not a good feel.
Oh man.
But yeah, I was like, a year and a half of flying every day is pretty good. But also, that's not 40. Like, she's like, oh, I've been flying for 40 years. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like, oh, this isn't your first.
If you can describe how long you've been doing something with months instead of years.
Like your
that's
child's age.
Yeah, like, oh, I've been flying for 18 months.
Why do parents say my child is 17 months old?
Or even
Why
worse,
wouldn't you just say he's a year and 5 months old?
Even worse is when they're like, oh, he's 32 weeks.
Yeah, and I'm like,
what?
I gotta calculate that in my brain?
Why don't you just call it how many semesters he is at that point? Like, that's how random that is.
Yeah. Well,
how old's your kid? 4 semesters.
4 semesters.
Oh, happy birthday, Grammit. Like, that's what your name is if your mom uses weeks to describe your age. Your name's Grammit.
Grammit or Kyle.
Kyler.
It's
a problem.
Bryce Kyler.
Grammit. Dude, that's a real guy, and he's pissed that we're making fun of him.
Bryce Kyler Grammit. What if we get a comment on our video from Bryce Kyler Grammit?
Like, that's his username.
And he's just like, bro, like, for real?
He blocked us.
You gotta roast me like that?
Yeah. But, dude, the turbulence in this thing wasn't bad. But then she goes, all right, we're going to slow down for a landing. And she hits this switch, and the plane just feels like it froze in the air. Like, I thought we were going to freeze and then drop, like, cartoon style.
Oh, no.
But then we go in nice and smooth.
That's good.
It was fun. But you get the headset, dude. You feel like Tom Cruise, Top Gun. Like, I almost asked her if I could get in, like, the turret, but there wasn't one.
What if she played a joke on Sue-Ann and she's like, all right, you ready to jump? Grab your parachute.
Yeah. It probably wouldn't go very well.
Oh,
Would you do one of those?
What, a mini plane?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right?
I gotta check the weight limit on him.
I mean, you could fit. The back seat holds 2 people.
Oh yeah, I could go by
so
myself.
You could sit in the back, and then Nikki could sit up front.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be opposed to it.
It's on Groupon.
I don't think I'd be scared of it.
I wonder if they'll give me like money for promoting their Groupon on here.
Call Michelle up and tell her to watch the potty.
Yeah, dude, she'll dunk on you though. She was tall.
Oh yeah, you said she was a basketball player.
Yeah,
nice.
So she could reach the pedals, which was good.
Oh, okay.
But
Franny has to sit on a stack of phone books when he drives because he can't reach the gas pedal.
He ties bricks to his shoes.
Yeah.
To touch the pedals. Mm-hmm. It's not good. You know, that's not safe to do. And I saw a news article one time about a kid who like put phone books on the pedals to reach them, and then like the weight of the phone book just slammed
accelerated the
car. Right into like whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a real Kyle move.
Yeah, it really is.
So what other current events are going on, Adam?
Should we get into some unpopular opinions?
Oh yeah. Let's get it.
All right. I have some straight up ridiculous ones. Like some of these I couldn't even believe
I'm excited.
Are real. I like when my sleeves get wet when I wash my hands. Whenever I wash my hands, I don't roll up my sleeves. And instead, I allow the nice cold water to embrace my sleeves. Like, it just feels really cool and nice when my sleeves are wet and sticking to my skin. I make sure to get a good inch or 2 of my sleeves wet, especially on a hot day. This is useful because it's basically a free air conditioner. You're an idiot.
That's a psychopath.
I
mean, it's not far off from you showering fully clothed. It's like the same thing.
One bath with raw denim jeans
But
on.
You said you had a t-shirt on, too.
Well, I'm not going to bathe in just what do I work at Hollister?
You're alone. Who cares?
Because it's awkward. You get out and you look like you work at Abercrombie and Fitch 2008 at the mall. Dude, I listened to this thing about how like Hollister was like profiling their employees and Abercrombie, and they would only hire like white dudes with like faux hawks and abs.
Name's
only.
Kyle.
And those guys were called models. They weren't called like salespeople, and that's how they got away with like discrimination.
Oh yeah,
because
it's
modeling is like you can hire, you can discriminate if you're hiring a model, but sales associates you can't. So they called them models, and then they're like, I saw they had interviewed like former ones. They're like, yeah, he wasn't really much modeling. It was mostly just like folding t-shirts and jeans. It's like, no, duh. Were you disappointed? Like, you got hired to work at a store at the mall.
It's like when Hooters like
that
they can
dude
discriminate,
sued him.
right? Oh,
A dude
did he
sued
win?
him and won because he said that they were discriminating based on gender, which is like a protected class.
Okay.
So crazy stuff. Here's another one.
So why isn't everyone suing Hooters then?
Because they hired, I don't know.
We should all just sue Hooters. You think?
mean,
let's go
it's not
apply
a bad
tomorrow.
idea. I mean, we were talking about dog bites. Like, our buddy who works in insurance would see the payouts for people who get bit by a dog.
Oh, and you like purposely
you sue
try
them.
to get someone's dog to bite you?
No, like he said there's girls who like will get bit in the face and sue and get like $100,000.
Oh, dude, let's go to the dog park. Right after this, I'll cover myself with bacon grease.
I'll roll in peanut butter
Yeah, and then we'll
and
just like
kibble. I'll peanut butter and kibble myself.
we'll just crawl around and wait for a dog to bite us. And we're like, all right, we're banking.
I don't know if that would work.
We can actually afford a good camera now for the podcast.
Yeah, that's what we need to get bit by a dog. Eating Starburst, another unpopular opinion. Eating Starburst with the peel on is perfectly fine and actually better. So
What?
this guy said it takes too long to pull the paper off of every single Starburst. They chew up easily, and the flavor from the Starburst outweighs the lack of flavor from the paper. He said he's sick of people looking at him in disgust and telling me that what he's doing makes them uncomfortable. It's a bunch of time-wasting poppycock. And I, for one, will no longer stand for it. The paper is edible, and I've been fine my whole life eating it. Oh no.
Man. That's
a
that's
problem.
weird, dude. I don't know if I would trust that guy.
So here's something that I've realized. I don't know if I can really tell a big difference between the flavors of like Starburst or
I can.
Sour Patch Kids.
I only like the pink Starburst, so.
They taste pretty much the same. Even like
No,
Jolly
the red
Ranchers,
ones taste like ass, dude. Like sweaty. I've been at
What are they,
Disney
fruit
all day
punch?
ass. I don't. Or it might. Is it cherry? It's something
dude,
like that. I don't know.
Fake cherry flavor is so bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
The worst taste on earth, worse than mud or poop, is fake banana flavor.
No, don't you dare! I love artificial
like
banana.
Banana runts, a banana
Bruh.
milkshake.
Bruh.
You were talking bottom.
Bruh.
I mean, I don't even like bananas, but fake banana is somehow worse.
Oh, stop! It's so good. That's the best one.
Bro,
Artificial blueberry is incredible as well.
artificial grape doesn't even taste like anything to do with grapes, but it's incredible. Like, if you eat grape soda and then you taste a grape,
If you eat grape soda,
you would think that they were two different flavors altogether.
right?
And
right,
what
yeah.
is a blue raspberry? Do those exist on nature? Like, come on. There's no such
Is that
thing.
an invented flavor
Oh,
for
yeah.
stuff? I didn't know that.
Oh,
I
dude.
always thought they were just blue raspberries out in the wild.
No. Raspberries are not blue. Also,
I know
the
regular
other
raspberries
worst
aren't.
flavor is artificial bubblegum. Because
No,
bubblegum's
no.
already artificial. Like, bubblegum toothpaste, you might as well just give me poison.
Oh, that's fire!
And
I
I'll
love
chug it.
Don't talk bad about
It's not
artificial
good.
bubblegum. Come on.
Here's one
I will
more,
give you the cherry one though. The artificial cherry's trash.
Yeah, here's two. I got two more. I enjoy this one's short. I enjoy walking through spider webs. Bro, what?
No, dude, that's the most terrifying experience you can ever have.
Especially
is
in
walking
Florida,
through a spider
dude.
web because you don't know where the spider. You're like, oh, it's on me.
He said
he's on
he
me.
doesn't mind if there's a spider on the web. They usually fall off your clothes anyway. Bro, this guy's trying to Peter
Bruh.
Parker himself. Like, come on.
Oh, I have a story actually. So this one day, like I saw. There like normally by my front door there's spiders that'll make webs and then they'll catch the fly and I'll like leave them there
from
for a
the
while.
book.
Yeah. So I'll let them spin their web or whatever, just
says,
MTV Cribs
"Good pig."
edition. And then they're catching all the mosquitoes and the flies and stuff, so it's cool. And then so one day I was like, all right, this spider's overstayed his welcome. He's been here for like a month. So I took the Raid can and just yeeted him. And then so he flips over, like he's like dead. And I see the red hourglass like it being a black widow.
No.
And I was like, bro, like if that thing would have somehow bit me when I was like unlocking my door or something, I would have been pissed.
You were asking for it.
Or like bit my dogs or something. Like, oh man.
Dude, this girl that I'm Facebook friends with, a frog got in her house.
Oh, dude, that just happened to me the other day.
No, and it ended up in the shower with her.
Oh,
so
no.
she's showering and she sees a frog. Bro, she let it live in her shower and she was feeding it lettuce and bugs and stuff and giving it water for like a whole week.
No.
And every day she posted pictures and videos of her taking care of this damn ass shower frog.
This head ass frog.
I'm like, okay, first of all, that's disgusting. Second of all, just take it back outside. Like, do you really need a shower frog? Like, how lonely is that?
Dude, we had a frog get into the house the other day, and I hate tree frogs because they're so unpredictable because they can jump so fast. They can move very fast.
They're like
and
those
go
wind-up
far.
toys that bounce around.
Yeah.
They're
but
sick.
But toads are awesome. I love toads because they can only hop so far. You know, they're only going a couple.
Weighing them down.
They're only going like an inch.
And
they're hopping an inch.
Dude,
so
you ever hear a big, huge toad jump and you hear them like slap the ground?
Like a belly flop.
So sick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Best animal.
Yeah, they are the goats. They're the best animal. But anyway, so Sue-Ann was actually at the house because Sue-Ann's Adam's girlfriend, because me, her, and Nikki went to dinner on Friday night, and then Sue-Ann came in for a minute, and
Did
then
you go to Cheddar's or Olive Garden?
No, we went to Tony Roma's actually. And so anyway, I opened the back door, and like Nikki and Sue-Ann are talking. I opened the back door to let the dogs out onto the patio, so they go pee in the yard or whatever. And this big ass just tree, though, bro, it was literally the size of like a baseball. This thing hops in is the second I open the door, and Nikki started screaming, so I ran out onto the patio and closed the door. So I traded places with the frog. And then
bro, that frog is now you, and it's married to Nikki.
Yeah. So our dog Memphis, he bites the frogs to like stun them, but he doesn't eat them. He'll bite them, and then so we can like pick it up and send it out. I actually had to kill that one.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bad.
Did you drop a rock on it?
No, I had to kill him with a broom.
A broom?
Yeah, it was bad.
Sweep it
so
to death?
He was in our living room, and then he jumped all the way into our bedroom, and I was like, I'm not letting this thing stay in the bedroom because like if I'm sleeping, dude, he'll try to slide one up my wife, or jump on my face, even worse.
You'll be having a kid, and it'll come out with freaking.
Yeah. It'll look like Franny.
It's those human-animal hybrids that Alex Jones been warning us about.
So he was like on the side, in between the sidewall and then the bed, and then like normally Memphis will pick it up in his mouth and bring it out, but he wasn't doing it. We were like yelling at him. We're like, "Memphis, get the frog," and he wouldn't do it. So I just sweep it out.
Your dog does not speak English.
Yeah, he knows some basic commands though, and then we just haven't trained him a lot on get the frog because like it's only happened once or twice.
Yeah, you can't plan for that.
Yeah. It's hard to like train him for that because then I would have to get a frog every single time and then just be like, "Meth, get the frog." But yeah, so I killed him. Yeah, I have no remorse. I did what I did.
How lame is it when people, speaking of your dog doesn't know English, how lame is it when people write a post on a social network addressed to their pet? Like if you wrote like, "Dear Bucky, happy 3rd birthday. You have been the ultimate partner for my life." Bro, your dog ain't reading that.
Yeah.
Your dog ain't even gonna see it.
I think my mom does that, and Nikki does that too. I think a lot of people do it. I don't care. I just my form of giving him something is just giving him a treat.
Yeah,
and then he's stoked.
I try hard not to crap on things that make people happy. Like that's something that was one of my main New Year's resolutions, which is.
Well, you're not doing a great job at it.
I kind of am.
Really?
Honestly, especially online. But like
you've been talking about, we went out with all our friends Saturday night when we went to Mills 50 to drink, and Adam was telling everyone how much he hates dogs.
That's different.
I don't know.
On like an individual level. Like if you were like, "Oh, I've been watching Game of Thrones," and I was just like, "Dude, Game of Thrones is garbage." Like I'm trying not to do that. I'm just trying to listen.
That statement is incorrect anyway.
It's an example.
Yeah, okay.
But people who write a post to their pet as if it were a letter.
That's a little lame.
Like I could see saying, "It's been 3 years since I got my dog. I'm so happy. Like he makes me happy." But saying you make me happy, I'm kind of like, all right, like, let's stop pretending that animals can read.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, it's fine that you wrote that, but also I will judge you a little.
See, instead of wasting all that time, though, you could just give him a treat.
Cake.
Just be like, here you go, dude. And he'll be like, oh, hell yeah. You know? And
Right.
then you could just, he's not going to know. He doesn't know when his birthday is. He doesn't know what Christmas is.
Bro, that's like the 3-year-old. You could ball out on them for a week, and they'll think it's their birthday 7 days in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Your dog, dude, their tail will wag straight off.
Yeah.
So here's one last unpopular opinion.
Oh, the unpops.
Which we're going to call unpops.
I'm loving them.
And I have a story to go along with this. Healthcare would be more affordable if we didn't spend so much money on keeping very, very old people alive.
You think so? Just like let them be like, you've ran your course. It's over.
Yeah. I work in a hospital. This is the person. I work in a hospital and I see so many obvious, hopeless cases in ICU. Many machines, many tests, and round-the-clock care for geriatric patients with failing organs and crippling diseases, kept alive for weeks at a time just to die anyways. This goes for younger patients as well. The guy with chronic liver disease or drug user. In the old days, those patients would have just died before receiving hundreds of thousands in medical care. But now with so much advances in technology, people are kept alive much longer artificially than they otherwise would have been. But they're not really alive. They're just delaying the inevitable at great cost. So I was at the chiropractor the other day, and they have like this room where it's like a waiting room, but you do like some exercises, like physical therapy type stuff.
Yeah.
And for some reason, there was like 9 old ladies in there when I went the other day because I had a different appointment time. I went real early. And one of them was like, oh, my uncle is in the hospital. And they go, oh, that's too bad. Like, hopefully he'll get better. And she just went, well,
he's not.
He's 94, so.
Ooh.
And kind of was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
see, I think that would be it. I don't know if I want to say beneficial, but I don't think anyone wants to be that guy to start killing off all the old people.
No.
You know, to start the trend of that.
But if you're 94.
Right.
And you.
If I'm 94, would I say, like, pull the plug, just let me go?
Like, if you're 94, you don't need a kidney transplant.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
Just let them keep both kidneys, and you can just die or go on whatever. You're going to be on dialysis for a week, and then you're going to die of old age.
Yeah.
So, like it's always crazy to me when someone's like, oh, they gave this guy a liver transplant, and then he died like 3 weeks later. Because he had lung cancer, too. It's like, what are we doing here?
What is the ideal age that you would like to die at?
77.
Really?
88 would be cool. 66, 99. Like,
okay, so 22.
I'm past that. But 33, I don't know, maybe 55.
55?
Right when the
God.
AARP starts coming in.
Oh,
the
no,
mail,
dog.
That's when I'm going to yeet out of here.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to go into my 80s.
See, but here's the thing. We say that, but like people who are 80 aren't like, well, had enough.
They're going to be offended.
They're not like dipping because they're old. Right. You know what I mean? Like, there is a point in time where you want to be like, okay, I don't just want to die. Like, I have grandkids. I have, of course, sewing that I like to do, yarn, stuff like, get a cat. Like, there's stuff that old people do.
Cats are cool.
I think if it was to the point where it's like, it hurts just to live, that's when I'm going to be like...
Like you're in pain every second of the day.
Like you have chronic bone. Like just that's the diagnosis. Sir, you have old disease. Like they're just they're giving you just diseases you never heard of. I'll be like, you know what? Hand me over some of those pills. Like I'm just going to drink them. Just put them in the blender. Because it's like, whatever. But if you're in good health... and you're 80, like I've seen some 80-year-olds with like a 6-pack, dude, and they're bench pressing, and I'm like, that's A, rowdy, B, impressive, C, do you want to be my trainer?
Right.
Because you're old and you're doing it.
You're killing the game.
But even like when I was 20 or like 17, I thought like, man, 26-year-olds are freaking old. Now I'm 26 and I'm like literally clueless still. Mm-hmm. And then I talked to like 35-year-olds and they're like, yeah, I thought I would feel 35, but I just feel like me and everyone else is old. And I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. Like, I don't see my own face all day and go like, dang, I look older than I used to.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still just myself.
Exactly.
So I don't know. When you're 70, like, what day or age do you become too dumb to post on Facebook, right? Like, you ever see the people who write on, like, the wall of, like, Chili's on Facebook? Like, the lettuce was a little wilty.
Yeah,
and then
dude.
the poor Chili's employee has to be like, oh, we're sorry to hear that, Charles. It's always Charles. And then they're like, what Chili's did you even go to? And what did you order? Like,
yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, it was takeout. And I ate it the day after. You're like, Charles,
my man. I actually had to complain to a Wendy's because they gave me I ordered a Dave's Double, and then the bun was moldy.
Oof.
So I took a picture because, like, you know how Wendy's is real rowdy on social media and they're always roasting everyone?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to throw some shade at you. And so I took a picture of the moldy bread and I said, yo, TF. I said, yo, the fuck is this? And then they messaged me back and they're like, oh, we're so sorry. Like, what? Like, which Wendy's were you at? And I told them. And then they're like, okay, we're going to have the manager call you to resolve that right away, blah, blah, blah. Never called me.
Bro,
Just
what if they
lied to me.
DM'd you, like, and you're like, oh, I went to the one on University. And they were just like, you deserve it. That Wendy's is trash.
Yeah.
Like,
that one's
I feel
a franchise.
Like that might as well be
Gotcha, sucker.
what they said if they didn't get you back.
Oh, man.
Dude, Wendy's is crazy, though, because it's, like, kind of good.
Yeah. I don't get their burgers anymore because the grease from the burger makes the bun way too soggy. So I get the spicy chicken sandwich.
Well, you have to get lettuce on top and on bottom.
Ah, the vegan tricks.
It'll shield the bun. That's like, you know, if you ever order a pizza for delivery and the crust is kind of soggy?
No.
Like it's greasy on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If you want to avoid that, ask them not to cut the pizza. Because the slice holes is where the grease soaks through, and that's why it gets like that.
Well, I can't be bothered cutting my own pizza, so.
Well, no, you just fold it in half. And then you bite.
The entire pie?
Well, do you remember in elementary school you would fold paper up and then cut shapes out and it would make a snowflake?
Yeah.
You just do that with the pizza.
That would be real messy.
Then you frame it. You have a pizza snowflake.
My buddy Jordan asked me an interesting question the other day. He said, if someone handed you...
Bro, what are you doing with this? Just put it down.
I'm playing with the mic, dude.
It's going to sound terrible.
You think so? All right.
I mean, so it's going to be like this, like... Oh, hey, everybody, it's me, Jordan. Anyway.
So
anyway, Jordan asked you a question.
He said if someone were to give you $10,000 and you only had an hour to spend it and you can't shop online, what would you do immediately in that hour?
I would probably go to like a food truck and just be like, hello, can I buy your food truck? And they'll be like, sir? And you're like, I have an hour. I need to buy this truck.
I have an hour and $10,000.
And it's $10,000. Will you do it? And just try to make a deal where I become a food truck owner, because then you have a nice business.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do?
I think I would go straight to like the Gucci store in Millennium Mall or Louis Vuitton store and just ball out.
You told me you didn't want to buy clothes until you lost weight.
No, not clothes. Like a nice little duffel bag or you know.
Stuff that you'll fit into forever.
You know, a nice little handkerchief for $7,000. The usual.
Do you remember that song "Make Money Get Turned"?
Oh,
by the guy who made Club Going Up on a Tuesday. I love Makonnen.
Oh no!
I like to make money get turned.
Oh yes, who was that guy?
I love Makonnen.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and then he goes, spend it all at the bank. He makes his money.
That's not his name.
Yeah, he makes money and he spends it at the bank.
What is he buying? The bank?
What does that mean?
That wasn't that guy's name.
Just
that guy's a DJ.
Dude, it's I love Makonnen. I swear on my life.
Let's figure it out right now. I'm just gonna look this up.
Makonnen. Literally, the guy's name, American rapper. There he is.
That's not his song.
Make money get turned. Carnage featuring I Love Makonnen. I like.
Yeah, it's Carnage.
Okay, well, who's Carnage?
Carnage is the guy.
Yeah, but I Love Makonnen sings the whole song.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Carnage was... Okay.
Bro, and he spent it all at the bank. That's the best place to spend the money because you still get it.
Yeah?
At the end. Yeah, you say, here, $10,000, please, and you hand it to them, and they put it in your bank account, and then you have $10,000.
You're not really gaining or losing, though.
Yeah, but you spend it all at the bank.
I mean, all right.
So that's what I would probably do. I would go to the bank. No, on the real, what I would do, I would go on Facebook Marketplace, and I would just message everyone who has a 1985 Porsche.
I don't know if that's legal though. I don't know if you can go use the internet to find things.
Okay, then I'm going to. There's a German garage in Longwood. They have a couple of those for sale. I'll get a 944, like the 80s Porsche with the front engine.
Yeah, okay.
Because you know how they have all their engines in the back?
Yeah.
But they made like a couple in the 80s with them in the front.
Oh.
For like
a regular
and they were
car.
cheaper, yeah. And they're kind of swag, honestly. Like I would feel like I was in RoboCop, but I would want a gold one, just so you can't even question if it's me coming or not. Like it's me. Like you can see me on the road in New Jersey and be like, "That's Adam." We're 2,000 miles from home, but I know that it's him.
Right.
It wouldn't be a question.
I respect it.
And I would get white leather interior put in it.
Man, you're getting picky for an hour.
Well, do you think they could do the interior in an hour?
No.
Not even close.
You're just gonna have to cross your fingers and hope you find one.
Dude, that's the thing about working with the public. Like, even recording bands, it's so funny because they'll be like, all right, so we want to do 5 songs, record, mix, and master. And I'll be like, all right, it's going to cost this much. And they're like, cool. Can we get them done by next Thursday? And you're just like, no, I'm not even available until next Thursday. So you're going to have to talk to someone a little less busy.
Oh, man.
Sir, I am booked. And they're like, oh, well, we already announced it.
Oh.
Like,
they said like our EPs could drop in next Thursday.
Yeah, like our EP will be out September 20th. Didn't book studio time yet. But people are anxious, man. People just want to get that stuff done.
I'm an instant gratification kind of guy.
Right. So like if you recorded a song and it took 2 weeks to get you the first mix.
Even when we film the podcast, I immediately go home and I text Adam, when's it going to be up? Every single time.
Yeah, you got to stop doing that.
We got to get this one up today. Normally we film on Mondays or record on Mondays, and then we have it up on Tuesday. That's our goal every week, but It's Tuesday now. So
hey, the other day we didn't get it up till Friday.
We got
Saturday.
the YouTube video up late because you were being a fool.
It's because these dang cameras, man. The settings are wild.
I would like to do a review on this Logitech camera here that we have. It's a 0 out of 5.
Blame me.
Yeah,
it's my fault.
It's also Adam's fault.
I've been recording all wrong.
It looks good right now, so fingers crossed. I'm gonna go home tonight. I'm gonna watch the video, see how it is. But the last couple weeks, it's a 0 out of 5.
Should we make a GoFundMe for our podcast that makes no money? That we do totally for fun.
We're gonna need some more
camera,
guys. We're gonna need some more views on YouTube, some more streams on Spotify, because we really need to get monetized and start making bank, so we can afford a good camera.
30 fans.
We have 31 subs. I mentioned that earlier. Incredible.
We can get a good enough camera for a podcast for $220 probably.
All right.
So if everybody donates $8.50.
We're on episode 7 and we're begging our audience already.
Well, crowdfunding's the way of the future, man. Because no one has any money except everybody else. Like people have the money to do stuff, but they would rather have someone else pay for it. It makes sense.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's like, if you want to spend $220 on a camera,
like Hillary Clinton's campaign,
like every politician's campaign.
Yeah.
Like even the fact that like Donald Trump sells merch is hilarious to me. Because he'll literally, like last Christmas, they were selling Trump 2020 Christmas ornaments. I'm like, dude, what kind of person?
What if he loses? Then do you have to throw the ornament out?
No. Christmas just gets real sad for your family.
Okay.
But they were selling like the star on top of the tree that says Donald Trump. Like, what kind of audacity? You are a multi-millionaire, if not billionaire. And you are so shameless as the president. You are selling Christmas ornaments.
That's kind of tough.
And people thought this guy was going to be the one to turn it around. Like,
I respect his hustle.
Oh, come on, dude.
I respect the hustle.
That's like if Bill Gates started selling Bill Gates t-shirts.
Yeah, that's tough.
To pay for something.
You wouldn't buy that?
How many me's would it take stacked on top of each other to equal Bill Gates' bank account. And then Bill Gates is going to sell you a shirt. Donald Trump has more money than I have, like, steps I've taken in my lifetime. He has more dollars than that. And he's going to sell T-shirts? Dude, shameful.
He's capitalizing, dude.
Have you heard about Yang Gang 2020? Andrew Yang?
Oh, no.
He's got this plan.
Oh, no. Are we going into politics?
No,
this is a dangerous territory.
It's fun.
Okay.
He's got this plan. It's called the freedom dividend. So basically, because Americans are like shareholders in this country, it's totally socialist principle, but he explains it as if he's a Republican so that people don't like crucify him. Basically, if you're a shareholder in the company, you should get a dividend, and we pay taxes, and we live in America, and we work for it, so we should get $1,000 a month. So anyone 18 and up will get $1,000 a month.
I don't see that happening.
And then, but if you get like welfare, then it just deducts from that. So like if you get $800 of welfare a month, you don't get an extra 1,000. You would just get 200. And so,
I mean, yeah, that sounds nice.
And his thing is like, what would you do with an extra $1,000 a month? And I already know what I would do. Buy a jet ski.
Yeah, that's the only
obvious.
Logical answer.
But my question is, if he wins, will our lakes and rivers become too congested?
Because everyone's buying jet skis.
I mean, we're both going to buy a jet ski.
That's going to be a huge problem.
It will be a problem. So listen up.
You're not even going to have room to ride it.
If you like nature, if you like your lakes and rivers being a nice, serene area, do not vote for Andrew Yang, because those things will be full of jet skis.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a problem. Well, we're creeping up on the old hour mark. We got 3 minutes left. And I feel like we have talked about the exact amount of stuff that we have.
Yeah, we came into this episode not really having anything. And I was also nervous because we got so much positive feedback on our guest episode last week. And then I was like, how are we going to follow this up, dude?
Well, I think we picked up some steam throughout this one. So should be a decent listening experience. We have more guests slated for the future. Don't want to, let's talk
curse
about, us or anything.
Who do we got?
But so far, we do have AP Harris, who is going to be a dad within days. And this was my idea to have Adam Harris on the podcast.
Was it? I thought it was mine.
No, it's my idea I thought of. And I just wanted to have him on so that he could show you how not ready you are to be a dad. And just kind of let you know, like, hey, man, this is... Because you're kind of saying, like, oh, we'll have kids soon.
Adam's shooting his shots. He's firing off at Adam Harris.
No, I'm saying he's going to come here and tell you, Jordan.
How do we know he's not ready? How do we know he might be ready?
No, I'm saying he's...
That was my idea to bring him on.
No, I'm saying he's ready, and he's going to tell you that you're not ready.
You think so? You think he'll try me on air like that?
On live television.
We'll see.
So, and it was my idea because of that.
Who else we got? Franny won't be back. Like I said, him and Adam aren't friends anymore.
We're friends, dude.
Who else do we have?
I've been hold on. I just want to clear the air publicly. I've been defending Fran from your vicious attacks for weeks now. Ever since I've been in this dumb group chat.
That's not true.
And then even on the podcast, when you make fun of him, I just let you do it. Because I like Fran. Okay? We got in a little scuffle this weekend. Everything's going to be fine. Fran knows I love him.
I don't know.
I mean, if he wants to be mad at me, that's fine.
We'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
We'll see. Maybe we have a live intervention.
Oh, that would be good.
That would be juicy. That'd be some drama.
Very juicy.
But we'll figure it out. Either way. And then I've talked to a couple other people. We're doing a Area 51 special in September, which is going to be all about aliens, UFOs, conspiracies, just the unknown, Area 51, all that stuff. And we're trying to get my boy Jordan Eckes on the podcast for that one. Famous for We're the In Crowd fame. He was in that band. Now he plays with Against the Current. So, he's pretty cloudy. Oh. He's a pretty cloudy dude, if I do say so myself.
He's got a lot of clout.
He's going to blow this podcast through the roof. We're going to be in the top 10.
He's got the same name as me, too.
That's true. So, yeah, he knows every conspiracy theory.
You think so?
If he comes on, we're going to get a lot of people.
What does he think about chemtrails?
Oh, he'll tell you.
All right.
I don't want to ruin
We'll save that.
But, yeah, so big things coming. Good guests coming up. Hopefully a better camera one day.
Yeah,
But-
we need you guys to start donating so we can get a good camera.
Yeah, just PayPal us. And we'll see you next week.
Yay!
Yeet.